Welcome to Blockbuster Tales, where movies come to life through epic breakdowns. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for your weekly dose of cinematic deep dives. Let's dive into the story. Christian Wolff, the brilliant, autistic accountant with deadly combat skills, is now living a quiet life under a new alias. He operates a small accounting firm in a quiet town, offering services to local businesses while staying off the grid. But the peace is broken when a mysterious woman, Sarah Hayes, seeks his help after discovering irregularities in a powerful biotech firm's finances. Her brother, a whistleblower, has gone missing. Christian agrees to help, sensing something far more dangerous beneath the surface. As Christian investigates the biotech company, he discovers offshore accounts and coded financial records leading to a covert military contractor. The paper trail is hidden beneath layers of encryption, suggesting a conspiracy involving human experimentation. Sarah reveals that her brother had uncovered illegal genetic testing tied to PTSD treatment for veterans. Christian becomes intrigued, realizing the case is more than just financial corruption. It's personal. He begins tracking the company's real assets, using his forensic skills. The investigation draws attention, and Christian is tailed by government agents, led by a new character, Agent Monroe, from the Treasury Department. Monroe suspects Christian has returned to underground work and is linked to several assassinations in recent years. Meanwhile, Christian connects with his old associate, Braxton, who now runs a security consultancy. Braxton reluctantly agrees to help, realizing Christian is chasing something tied to a classified government project. Christian and Braxton break into a secure facility, posing as investors, where they uncover documentation about Project Helix, a program using gene therapy to create emotionless soldiers. The experiment had failed, causing psychological breakdowns in test subjects. They realized Sarah's brother had obtained evidence of abuse and was being hunted. That night, Sarah receives a threatening call warning her to stop digging, and their safe house is raided by masked mercenaries. In the chaos, Christian fights off the intruders using his precision and combat instincts. He saves Sarah, but Braxton is injured and captured. Christian suspects an insider leak and decides to confront the biotech firm's CEO, Nathan Wolff, a former military intelligence officer. Wolff denies involvement, but hints that Sarah's brother was manipulating information. Christian, unconvinced, infiltrates Voss's personal server through a contact in the dark web. Through encrypted files, Christian learns that the experiments are being restarted with private funding. He traces the new trials to a remote desert compound in Nevada, disguised as a PTSD treatment center for veterans. Monroe, who has been trailing Christian, arrests him but begins to suspect his story after intercepting a transmission mentioning Project Helix. Christian persuades Monroe to work together, offering to expose Voss in exchange for immunity. They fake Christian's transport and escape together, heading to the Nevada facility. Sarah insists on joining them despite Christian's objections. Inside the compound, Christian witnesses the extent of the experiments, veterans being pumped with drugs that suppress emotion and memory. He identifies a test subject matching Sarah's brother's profile, but the man is heavily drugged and unrecognizable. Christian promises to rescue him. Christian and Monroe prepare an extraction plan, but Voss learns of the breach and deploys a private security force. A high-intensity firefight erupts as Christian and Monroe navigate the compound. Braxton, who was also being held in the facility, breaks free during the commotion and reunites with Christian. Together, they disable the compound's power and create a diversion, allowing Sarah to escape with her brother. Outside, Monroe confronts Voss and gets him on tape admitting to funding Helix for private military applications. As federal backup arrives, Voss attempts to flee in a helicopter, but is intercepted by Christian in a calculated sniper shot. With the operation exposed, Monroe ensures the media receives the data dump on Helix, forcing a government inquiry. Christian fades into the shadows once again. Weeks later, Sarah's brother begins rehabilitation with the help of a veteran recovery program. Braxton opens a security school for recovering soldiers. Funded by a silent partner, Monroe is promoted, but keeps Christian's identity classified, grateful for his assistance. Christian, now operating from a mobile base, continues auditing global financial systems for threats. On his own terms, a new lead emerges on the dark web about a series of assassinations tied to another military contractor. Christian monitors the chatter silently, intrigued. He visits a hidden vault and retrieves a journal left by his father, containing notes on military ethics and personal discipline. The words reignite his sense of duty. He realizes his skills are needed not just for justice, but for prevention. Christian re-establishes communication with Justine, the nonverbal analyst who helped him in the past. She has been tracking cyber breaches that may be connected to Helix's spillover effects in foreign territories. Together, they start mapping an international web of data, suggesting the experiment's formula has been sold to foreign powers. Christian prepares to move globally. Braxton warns Christian to tread carefully, knowing that foreign governments won't hesitate to kill to protect their investments. Christian, focused and meticulous, builds a new identity and prepares forged documents. As a shadow operative once again, he sets his sights on a biotech lab in Eastern Europe. His goal, to destroy the formula before it's perfected. In Eastern Europe, Christian uncovers children being experimented on. A new phase of Helix. He rescues one boy who shows early signs of the condition, but retains emotional memory. Christian sees himself in the child, further fueling his determination. He burns the lab, erases all research files, and leaves a warning encrypted into global banking systems, exposing names behind the funding. Back home, Monroe receives an encrypted package with footage from the destroyed lab and a note, "Balance restored." She realizes Christian is now acting as a ghost vigilante, targeting unethical operations beyond national borders. The government is divided on whether to apprehend him or quietly benefit from his actions. Monroe chooses to look the other way. Sarah, now working with trauma survivors, gives a TED-style talk about ethical responsibility in science, subtly referencing the real events. Her brother, though scarred, shows signs of healing. Christian watches the speech online from a safe house, expressionless yet calm. He opens his notebook and writes down his next target, a financial empire funding AI-based brainwashing tech. Christian's mission is far from over. Each move he makes is calculated, every action precise. He walks a line between justice and vengeance, determined to ensure no one else is used the way he once was. The accountant is back, but now he's not just cleaning up books. He's rewriting the rules.